Here's your 5 minutes of daily wisdom. What if I told you that every major spiritual tradition throughout history has discovered the same fundamental truth? And what if this truth is so simple that a child can understand it, yet so profound that it can transform your entire life? There's something fascinating about authentic spiritual teaching. It's incredibly simple, so simple that even small children can grasp its meaning immediately. They don't need complex theology or years of study. They just get it. But here's what's interesting. The people who struggle to understand these teachings aren't the uneducated or the simple-minded. It's often the most sophisticated, the most educated, the most intellectually proud who find themselves completely confused. Why? Because they're not looking for truth. They're looking for complexity that makes them feel smart. They want to seem spiritual without actually being transformed. Buddha understood this perfectly. He said something beautiful. A person who starts to live for their soul is like someone who brings a lantern into a dark house. The darkness disappears at once. You have to be persistent in this, and your soul will have this light. Think about that image. You don't need to fight the darkness. You don't need to understand the darkness. You don't need to analyze why the room was dark in the first place. You simply bring light, and everything changes instantly. This is what happens when you choose to live for your soul instead of just your ego, your image, or your comfort. The light you bring transforms everything around you. Jesus distilled all of his teachings into one final, simple command. Love each other as I loved you. Everyone will see that you are my disciples if you love each other. Notice what he didn't say. He didn't say, if you believe the right things. He didn't say, if you follow the right rules. He didn't say, if you can explain complex theology. He said, if you love. Because here's the truth. Beliefs can change. Our understanding evolves. Our knowledge is constantly shifting. But love never changes. Love is eternal. Love is the one constant in a world of variables. This is why every great spiritual tradition points to the same reality. Christianity says love is the greatest commandment. Buddhism teaches compassion for all beings. Judaism speaks of loving kindness. Islam emphasizes mercy and care for others. The forms are different, but the essence is identical. Love is the universal language of the soul. When you make love your religion, something beautiful happens. You stop arguing about who's right and who's wrong. You stop dividing the world into us and them. You start seeing the light in everyone, even when they can't see it in themselves. So here's your daily practice. Instead of asking, what do I believe? Ask, how can I love better today? Instead of focusing on what separates us, look for what connects us. Instead of trying to be right, try to be kind. This doesn't make you weak or naive. It makes you powerful in the most important way possible. Because in a world full of darkness, you become the person who brings the lantern. Love is the light that transforms everything it touches. And that light lives inside you, waiting to shine. I share insights like this every week. Subscribe for more timeless wisdom that illuminates the path to deeper living.